You said on Tuesday you loved the senior class. So it had to be special to watch one after the next make big plays out here in their last day at Falcons.
Yeah, you look at how many of them were contributors today. You look here over their 4 years. These guys have been magnificent. I mean it. I mean, just, golly, you say, well, it's an academy, Air Force Academy. I bet it is low maintenance. I don't ever take that for granted because there's a maturity that's involved that way. And these guys are really, really good as far as embracing the responsibilities of what they need to do well beyond football, too.
What was the key defensively to, stopping the run game, keeping them off the scoreboard, everything that happened?
Yeah, we did the run game. You hit the nail on the head. I mean, just being able to limit their backs, who are really, really good players. It doesn't take too long. You look out there and you think, holy moly, now these guys are talented. They're good size on both sides of the ball. They have really capable guys. I do think we did an excellent job as far as our pad level, keeping our feet hot and being in the right space, and then really being able to pursue. That was the fun part to watch today, just seeing all those blue shirts really, really being, chasing the ball hard.
Coach, you talked a lot about just this team needing reps throughout the season and to see what they did last week and then to build on it this week. I mean, for you, how proud of your guys are you right now?
Well, I have been all season long. I'll tell you one thing I've never, ever done this year is I've never had to point out a play that involved effort, which that tells you something, just the drive and the attitude. And, if there are things that we share with our guys as young men, character and leadership-wise, every day we all control our own energy and our own outlook, our own attitude day in, day out. We all have that. We're all blessed with that talent, and these guys get that.
Fleischman has a flair for highlight reel catches. I mean, do you ever on the sideline do you ever just go, wow?
Well, I would, except I think if you looked where his mom went to high school, it's not a surprise at all. She went to this place. She grew up in a lumber town south, about an hour and a half south of Corvallis in Roseburg, so I'm not surprised. So, but yeah, what a fabulous play.
The passing game in general, that's kind of been up and down all year. To hit all 6 passes, how big was that in just keeping possession and being diverse?
It does help, right? The balance. Now all of a sudden you're stretching a secondary a little bit, and they put balls on point. Really, the fourth down, to go forward in that situation on the first drive of the game, and a heck of a play by Cade Harris. But the rest of them really were. They were spot throws.
Yeah, and the third down throw, was it right out of the half? Coming out of your end zone, basically. Passing situation, he's feeling pressure and he still hits it. What does that tell you about a young quarterback as he's developing?
Well, there's still some ways to go. He'll tell you that too. Just the strength and the power that we want to help him continue to develop. It'll help him especially as a ball carrier, but as a passer too.
To be able to close it like this, can you explain that?
Like I said earlier, our record doesn't represent who we are as a team. Every single week, we have guys coming in every single day, just, constantly preparing, working really hard. So, I'm just really proud of our team, the way we've been fighting through all this stuff this season, adversity, and just continue to push and stuff. And so, yeah.
Kind of on that note for both of you, when you have a season, you have that stretch you had that obviously was frustrating, but when you come back and you play the way you have, what does that tell you about where this program is going to be when you guys leave it, seeing the way that you guys are playing now the last few weeks?
I think we're just in good hands. I think the young guys are really starting to understand the game. It's starting to slow down for them. So I think they're going pretty good next year. So
yeah, no, the program is in great hands. Like I said earlier in the year, at the linebacker position, we basically didn't have a depth chart, and so really going forward, I'm really proud of all those young guys, the way they stepped up, from their freshman year to sophomore year now, and just, getting in right away and just doing what they have to do.
I know you guys try to take things 1 week at a time, but the way you're playing right now, the thought of we're going to win out and close this thing out on a winning streak is that kind of in your head right now?
That's kind of in our head, but we got to understand that we have to, in order to do that, we have to win the next game, which means if we win the next game, we got to win the next day. So on Monday, we got to come in ready to work, ready to lift, and ready to get back to playing football.
Yeah, just like what Campy said, he couldn't say any better. We just got to take, one day at a time and then continue going from there.
And that team was leading the nation in time of possession. I think they had it 1804 today. What was the key to stopping the run game and just getting yourselves off the field?
Early in the week, we knew that they had two really explosive running backs and that on defense, we're going to have to do a really good job, tackling and really stopping that run. And so the entire week, we've been preparing to, really stop that run.
Yeah, I think so. Just keep our eyes on our keys and do our job. I think that's the biggest thing.
Did either of you have a special moment after the game? Anybody you sought out for a hug or anything, or what was it like to walk off?
Yeah, no, it was great. I had all my family in town, so for them to see my last game here at Falcon Stadium, it just feels really good.
What can you guys say about the trajectory of this team? To go from where you were to where you are, how did this come about? How does it feel?
I think we just knew it inside. We knew we were getting better and better every week, and through those 7 weeks of losing that, even though we're not getting the results, we're getting better and better, and finally showed up on Saturday, and we've just been getting better and better even from last week to now. So it's just a result of the product of what we're putting in day out, and iron sharpens iron, and we're definitely doing that throughout the week.
Yeah, kind of similar to what you said. We've been sticking to the process day in, day out. When you fall in love with the process, good things happen. And so obviously it took us a little bit to see that, but now we're kind of starting to see that. So just keep falling in love with it, keep working.
And how much better is this offense when the passing game is clicking like that, just because of what defenses have to do to adjust? And to hit 6 of 6 passes, what does that do for you guys?
No, it's fun. Obviously, we had some big plays in there. And it just helps open up lanes for this guy because then the defense, like you said, is kind of guessing, trying to see what's going on. So,
Yeah, it's just a little bit of complimentary football, just to grind over and over and over again, same play, just right into their teeth, then to finally catch them, their eyes not disciplined, and take one deep. It means a lot, and they're tapping themselves out because they don't know what they got themselves into.
You guys' effort and mental toughness has never really been in question, but you kind of talked about how you kept improving week by week. To see the results now, and especially to have such a dominant performance out there today, what does it do to kind of finally see the rewards of your work that you've been putting in?
It's great. We never gave up on ourselves. No matter what the score showed, we knew how good we were, and we were just going to keep pushing forward no matter what, and that's what we're going to do from here on out. Doesn't matter that we just won our past 2 games. We got to come back in Monday and get after it.
yeah, feels good. Just got to get back to it. Just keep working.
I guess also for you guys, was there a point, in this season where a practice or a meeting or even somewhere in the game where you feel like the season started to turn in your favor for you guys?
For me, it was the walkthrough before the Fresno game, called 8 fullback dives in a row, and we called it from there. Usually we run 40 plays, and we called it from there because we knew it didn't matter what we were going to run. We were going to come right at their teeth over and over and over again. And for us to, actually do that I think that was the turning point.
Were those on air? 8 in a row, just walking through the same play?
Yep.
Okay. And I know most of the senior plays today were on the defensive side, but from your side, just how nice was it to see the seniors send out at home like this and having so many of them contribute?
Well, it's awesome. I came in with those guys. Those are like my best friends. So to let them get a win here at Falcon Stadium for the last time, it feels good.
Yeah, it's what we wanted to do. That was our main goal, is send out the seniors with, some pride and some happiness that what we just did on the field, we left it all out on there. And, there was a little bit of bitterness in our mouth after the UNLV game because we didn't play our best, and, we didn't want that to happen again. So for us to actually get a W today meant a lot for them.